Hi guys, my name is JC and welcome back to my channel JC Reads. Today we will be doing a book talk on Winter by Marissa Meyer. This video might be a bit long because I have a lot of things I want to say about Winter, a lot of things I want to discuss. I'll try and keep the spoiler-free part short and simple. Winter is the fourth and final book in the Lunar Chronicles series, and I'm so sad to have ended this series because it's my favorite one of all time. The Lunar Chronicles are basically fairy tale retellings with a sci-fi twist in it, set in the future after the Fourth World War if I'm not mistaken. By that time, there are humans that went to live on the moon, but they are called Lunars. The Lunars are just like normal Earthens, but the thing is, they have a special ability, which is mind manipulation. They can make you do things that they want you to do, which is really creepy, and it makes the normal Earthens really weak and powerless. And I like how their ability to manipulate people's minds aren't just a superpower, but it's something to do with your body's bioelectricity. Like I already said, Winter is the last book in the Lunar Chronicles, and do not let these teen pages fool you. This book is 800 plus pages long, and every single one of them was filled with pure goodness. As you can already tell from the cover, Winter is based off Snow White. I don't know what I'm trying to look like today. I was trying to look like Princess Winter, but I don't really know how she dresses. But this white flower crown that I'm wearing plays a part in the storybook, which you will find out if you read it. I absolutely cannot express how much I love this book. It was such a good conclusion to this series. As much as I am sad that it has finally come to an end, at the same time, I am so happy with how Marissa ended this book. I really love all the characters in the Lunar Chronicles. Cinder, Kai, Scarlet, Wolf, Cress, Torn, Jason, Winter. It wouldn't have been the same without any of them. I love how these stories were written and how everything just interconnects. All these 4 different fairy tales with a whole different twist to it. I felt so many emotions in this. I laughed, I cried, I got pissed. I got really pissed at some part. I'm going to miss every single character in the Lunar Chronicles so much. All their conversations with each other, their friendships, their love. My heart is so sad that this is the last book and that I will not be able to read more stories about them. Although in February next year, I think, all the short stories in the Lunar Chronicles will be compiled and published as a book called Stars Above. I'm really excited for that because there will be a story that takes place after Winter. The Lunar Chronicles also has a companion novel called Ferris, which is about the evil character called Queen Nirvana. So that's pretty much the only spoiler-free things I can say about Winter. If you haven't finished this book yet, go and read it and then come back for the next part of the video, which would be my actual book talk, where I discuss things that actually happen in the book, which are spoilers. So if you haven't read the book, I suggest you leave now. Thanks for watching. Bye! Hey guys! Welcome back. So now let's discuss Winter. First of all, let's talk about Princess Winter. I absolutely loved her character. We actually got to see like a short part of her in Cress, at the end of Cress, where she met Scarlet. From there you could see that she was a bit, you know, crazy. But from there I could already tell that I would like Winter's character, and it was true. Winter was a lunatic. Lunartic. Do you see what I did there? Winter is such a weird character. The way she talks is so funny. I found almost every single of her conversations really funny. Like the way she said things, the way she expressed herself. And oh my god, the way she called Scarlet friend. I couldn't. I adored every single thing she said. Even when she was a little, you know, crazy. But she was so posh and ladylike and so formal. Yet there was that dose of craziness, and every single conversation with her was not boring. Okay, it was so interesting to see the things that she would say because you wouldn't know what she will say. My favorite character was actually Cinder, but then now that I read Winter, I actually think I prefer Winter more. She was such a unique character and I just can't help but love her. So yeah, Winter is my favorite character. And how about my favorite couple? Cress and Torn. How can you not love them? Even though it was so frustrating because Cress was so shy. Oh my god, her shyness was a bit too extreme. I mean, you'd think that after everything that happened in the 3rd book, you'd think that she would be more comfortable with Torn. But like at the beginning in the Champion, when Torn just gained his sight back, even when he was blind, like she was so shy. And I'm like, I mean, you'd think that she would be okay and comfortable with him after everything that they've been through, but no. You know that scene where Thorne was flying Kai back to the Eastern Commonwealth? Like, Thorne was saying how Cress deserves so much better than him, and it just... And Cress, on the other hand, thinks he doesn't love her. It was so frustrating because they were meant to be together. They're so cute. I hated that scene when that Lunar came and glamoured herself to look like Cress. Thorne just had to kiss her. My heart broke for Cress, okay? I knew it was just a manipulation, but I hated that scene. I just hated that scene so much. I was so angry. But then I was really happy because right after that, they had that long kissing scene and I was so happy for them. They finally gave in. But then, they had to be separated again because of that stupid guard. Anyway, Winter and Jason. I found their relationship really cute. It's just like the normal best friend love kind of thing. And I love how it doesn't matter to Winter whenever any other guy calls her pretty. She was so bothered by the fact that Jason didn't call her beautiful, even though it was so obvious that she was beautiful to him. Oh my god, another thing. Thaumaturge Amory Park. That guy pissed me off. He's disgusting. I actually hate him more than I hate Lavanna. I don't like him. I hated him. I hated every single scene that he was in. Cinder and Kai. I was so happy that they were finally able to be together in this book, even though after that he had to go back and marry Lavanna. But push that aside, I was so happy that they're finally reunited and they were able to be a couple. And it was so cute how Cinder's system in her brain was just counting the number of kisses that they were having. It was so adorable. You know how in Cress, Wolf was being such an annoying character because he couldn't be controlled and that anytime he could just snap and just attack everybody, and every single second he was just Scarlet, Scarlet, Scarlet. It got on my nerves. His character improved so much in this book for me. Oh, and Scarlet. I hated how at some times she was a bit rude to Winter. I felt like she should have been nicer to Winter. I mean, she of all people was able to actually spend time with Winter and get to know her as a person. And I know she was the closest to Winter, but sometimes she just acted so... I don't know, she could have been nicer to Winter. But other than that, Scarlet was a really capable woman. I loved how she was fearless when it came to the wolves. I love how all of them were like big, huge, scary wolf men, and how Scarlet just didn't care at all. It was so sad when Maha Kesley died. Like, she was such a brave woman. I'm so sad that we couldn't read more about her and get to know her better. That we only knew her for that short amount of time. Felt so sad for Wolf. After all these years being made into this mutant and being taken away from his family, and then finally he gets to see his mother. And then her life was taken away and that's it. He didn't get to spend more time with her. And not only that, right after that, he was captured and then made into a bigger mutant. It was the one thing that he didn't want. Wolf has probably the saddest life among all the characters. And I love how Scarlet just really didn't care that he looked this way. I mean, I would probably have been intimidated. But Wolf was made into this monster just like a day ago and he wasn't given time to adjust. His hunger is probably like monstrous, but I loved how he could still come back to his senses and remember his friends. My favorite scene in this book was probably when Scarlet and Winter went down to see the wolf packs and tried to gather them as their army. I love how Winter's craziness and her unusual and weird way of speaking during that tense moment when the wolves were just surrounding Scarlet and her. She just suddenly asked whether they wanted to play fetch. But I just love how her character being this weird girl consumed with Luna's sickness and Scarlet being the snarky one. She's so straightforward. I love how their combinations of both of those characters managed to bring the wolves on their side. And yeah, I just don't know why, but I just really love that scene. Oh, and another thing. Is it really safe to bring Wolf back to Earth? Because I think he should at least get used to his new body first. I mean, he was made into a monster that would want to kill people and eat them, so I mean, to bring him down to Earth with weak Earthens, I don't think that's a really good idea. You know that scene where Jason went to the menagerie and pretended to kill Winter? I didn't expect him to kill Rue. I know it was to make sure the plan succeeded and that everybody believed that he killed Winter. But I was so sad when I found out that he actually killed Ryu. I had to read that part few times to make sure that I read it correctly. And also another thing, was Levana really that dumb enough to think that Jason would actually kill Winter? I mean, come on. He's loved her since they were young, and I mean, Levana's a really smart woman. So you'd think that it would occur to her that Jason would not kill Winter. Okay, now let's talk about Thorin. Thorin. He deserves a lot of appreciation. I think if I was an emperor, I would definitely want Thorin as my advisor. You can see that even though he's so serious and so focused on all this political stuff, he still really does genuinely care about Kai. I like how he would just let his guard down around Kai when they start talking. And it's nice to just see him as a normal human being, not as some serious advisor. Another side character that I love is Aiko. I love how Aiko is so kick-ass in this book. She'll just come out and then people will shoot her and yeah, okay, fine, her body's injured and all. And then she just makes all these really mean comments about how they just had to ruin her body again. I feel so sad for her. Like, she just got her body fixed from the previous fight in the palace. And then now, her body gets ruined again. Oh my god, I ship Kinney and Aiko. I think they would really go well together. Like, I know how he likes to make all these mean and nasty comments about how she looks, but I love how she just brushes it off and it doesn't affect her because she knows she's the best. I also sad that Aiko didn't find love in this series because she deserves someone to fall in love with. Definitely her and Kinney should get together, and I'm just hoping that in Stars Above there will be some sort of a mention. Oh, and I'm so happy Thorn gets to keep his ship. When he was conversing with Kai in the beginning and Kai was saying that he had to give back the rampion, my heart broke for Thorn because I know how Thorn really loves his ship. It's nice to see that even after all of that, Cinder manages to make sure he gets to keep that ship of his. And it's so cute, that scene when Thorn was talking to Cress at the end and how he asked her, do you want to join my crew? I found that really cute, and I would really love to read about their adventures on the Rampion around the world. Oh my god, about the Lutumosis. Levana just had to bring the Lutumosis back since the first book, Cinder. We all read about the Lutumosis and it was a very disgusting and terrifying sickness. But after a while, the plague just kind of fades out of the main problems because we have Levana to face. We had larger things to focus on, so the Lutumosis issue was kind of pushed back. But I love how in this final book, we actually get to see another problem arise, which involves the Lutumosis. But also, I'm really pissed that Levana just had to bring that back. Oh my god, I didn't think that she would actually bring that plague and give it to Winter. I don't know why I didn't see that coming, but that was really smart, but also really, really mean. Okay, let's talk about the final battle with Levana. It was so cool to read about the battle. I hated how Levana used Thorn to attack Cinder. When Thorn stabbed Cress, I was so shocked and angry and sad, and I can't imagine what Thorn was feeling to see himself stab Cress of all people. I actually like the fact that it ended with Levana only and that there were no other bad people around. I was so satisfied that the final battle was between Cinder and Levana and that finally they could end it there and then. If I was Cinder, I would have at least let Thorn fall off. I don't think that would have been a problem, although I know it was a risk to take, but it was a risk worth taking because Thorn is a human. You know Levana can control his mind, right? You know what scene made me teary-eyed? It was the scene when Cinder was about to have a coronation and before that all her friends came in. Every single one of them. It was so nice to see all of them there, be with Cinder, and they even baked her a lemon cake. And I love how they used Jason's dagger to cut the cake because they had nothing else to cut it with. One thing I love about the Luna Chronicles is that it's not just the romance that plays such a big part, but the friendship that forms in it as well. It was so nice to see them all happy without something to worry about. Even though they still had tiny problems, for the most part, everything else was already solved. And everything else in the world at that moment didn't matter to them, and that was really nice to read. Queen Levana was gone and they were finally together as one crew, as Captain Thorn's crew. It was just so nice to see all them together, and at that moment I realized that I was gonna finish this series. There was just a few more pages left before I finally end it, and I wouldn't be reading about them anymore except for Stars Above, but that's just a short story. I loved how when Cinder was walking down the aisle, Thorn put out his hand and then she just high-fived it back. That was so cute. I am upset that Cinder didn't really get to learn more about Shannery because we actually got to see her when we read Ferris. Cinder didn't get to know about her mother. I thought that if she went back to Luna, she would learn more about her. I think it would have been cute for Cinder to at least learn more about her own mom. So I guess that's all for the Winter's book talk. I really had fun doing this video. I really would want to thank Marissa for creating this wonderful series, for bringing existence to all these wonderful characters. I loved all of them. I love this story to bits and I can't believe it has come to an end. Even though I know there will still be stars above, but that's just a short epilogue and I would really miss this world. I really miss these characters. I really enjoyed this book. Enjoyed all the 4 books. I enjoyed reading Ferris. I know I would absolutely love Stars Above. And I cannot wait for Marissa's new book called Heartless. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!